Okay, so let's start. So yesterday we have installed all the devices, everything we have done. Okay. So today, how we have to start it. First of all, today we will start with DNS server. Okay. Before that, we will start with the Palo Alto actually, not DNS, with Palo Alto itself. We have started yesterday. We have installed two Palo Altos with about 60. Okay, 160. Another is a 161 here. So today we are going to configure both the Palo Altos there, okay, with their management IP. And what is the management IP? This is the management IP. 10.20.20.160 and then 10.20.20.161 is for the another Palo Alto, because yesterday we have installed two Palo Altos. So first of all, today the first task is the first task for the day is we have to assign, or you can say we have to configure management IP on Palo Alto. Okay, we have two Palo Altos. Okay, so under this Palo Alto we will assign what this is Palo Alto A, this is Palo Alto B, and this is .1. So these two IPs we have to assign, and what are the network we are going to use? We are going to use 10.20.20.0/. Okay, so first of all, let me assign the IP addresses on these two firewalls. Okay, let's start it. Now, okay, so let me delete all these devices. 1 second, give me a minute. These are the devices from some previous patches. It's morning back, so let me power off these devices. FTD and all, it's not required right now. Don't power off. That's good. Okay, so first of all, two Palo Altos I have. Palo Alto 160, this is, and second is 161. So let me start both the Palo Altos, 1 and 2, both Palo Alto start. Plus started. Let me start with Palo Alto 2016 server. This is we need today first of all, okay, because we have to configure it. Okay, what are the things what we have to configure here? The things are on this server we have to configure some domain name. What does it mean actually? So domain name means Palo Alto. We will assign here for first of all we have to define two services. This Active Directory AD server we are going to be used for the two things. One as a DNS server and second as about AD server. So we have to first of all define here as a domain name. The domain name I'm going to use there, cisco.com. First thing, this is the first thing. Second thing, first of all, domain name we have to configure, and after that we have to define here some domain. This is domain name, and then we have to define there some URLs type of means like about for the Palo Alto 1, which IP is 10.20.20.160. We have to define one domain name over there, and that is I'm going to use here PA1.cisco. Palo Alto, then about Palo Alto 2, what are the IP? 10.20.20.161. We have to define domain name PA2.cisco. Okay, okay, yes, this is the things. So we have to use two domain names, okay, and all of these things done. After that, AD server also. This is the same AD server, okay. AD, this is about, or you can say AD server or as a DNS server, which IP is 10.20.20.167, and its domain name I'm going to define here dns.cisco.com. This is the domain name which I'll configure for this thing. Okay. For NTP server, IP I'm going to use 10.20.20.166, and domain name we will define there as a ntp.cisco.com. So these are the four things we have to define in the starting. That's it. But before that, we have to go with the Palo Altos and we have to configure its management IPs. So for the Palo Altos, there is a basic things over there, which is about the management configurations. Okay, I have these PPTs over the lab manuals. You can see I have all these lab manuals that I'll share one by one with you. So first of all, we are working on the Palo Alto 1. This PDF I will update today, okay, on your drive there. So then you can use it. So the first thing is, see, management interface configuration through CLI. First of all, we have to configure why we are just doing the why we are doing the configuration of the management IP here, because from this PC I have to manage this particular device. This Palo Alto I have to manage. I have to manage it via GUI. So for that thing, I need one management IP on the this interface. So by default, there is an IP on the Palo Alto that I'll show you once it will be start. And what is the by default IP? By default IP is 192.168.1.1. This is the by default IP is present on your Palo Alto guys. Okay, so if you want to use same IP, you can. Okay, or otherwise we have to change it. Always we have to change it. So this IP, this is the management IP by default management IP. We have to make it as a 10.20.20. Okay, this is the default username and this is the password admin. We have to change password as well here. Okay, by default username is admin here with the administrator role, because administrator means who can access all the features and all. Okay, so the password is admin and this is admin. This is a by default username and password. By default on the interface of the management interface of your Palo Alto, DHCP is enabled. What is enabled? By default, DHCP is enabled, and that DHCP concept is known as DHCP client. Palo Alto VM is by default configured to receive IP address for the DHCP for the management interface. Can you see this line? By default, DHCP is enabled on that interface, but we have to assign IP address manually over there. And what is the IP? 10.20.20.116. Clear? So by default, first of all, what are the things required? First of all, I need password to log in into the CLI of the Palo Alto. And what is that username and password? Admin. Okay. So first of all, let me log in into the Palo Alto. So this is the 160 first of all, the center here. Now, can you see by default one IP we received here, and what is that IP? PM login DHCP new IP 192.168.0.177/24. This is MGMT IP now, management IP, because DHCP enabled by default. Okay, so this is on which interface? This is only on the management interface. Right now in our lab topologies, Palo Alto has 4 interfaces. Okay, management inside, outside, and DMZ. On the remaining 3 interfaces, DHCP is not enabled by default. Everything is disabled. We have to enable manually. But on management interface, the DHCP is enabled by default, not on the data interfaces. Make sure. In interviews, they can ask you this question: if this is the Palo Alto and these are the interfaces, okay, and this is MGMT management and these are the data interfaces. So on which interface by default your DHCP is enabled? That is answer is only on the management interface, not on the data. Make sure. Now, so let's see, this is the Palo Alto here. Enter. Now it's asking for the login. So what is the username? Because see, first time I have started my Palo Alto and now it's asking me about username and password. So obviously there is a username and password which we have to use it. So by default, username and password of your Palo Alto devices is admin username and save password. Now we show management, show interface management. This is the command to check the IP address on the management interface. Okay. So can you see IP address is what? 192.168.0.177. This is the MAC address of your management interface. This is the subnet mask and this is the default gateway. So right now DHCP is not required. I have to configure it manually. So how will you do? What are the commands for that? First of all, configure mode only. Enter configure, and now we are in a mode, and this mode is known as about your configure mode here. So from here you can now assign the IP address. What is the command? The command is set device configure system ? We have a lot of things into that right now. Okay, only IP address I have to define. IP. Once I'll just enter the IP here. So how many options are there? Can you see? When I typed IP here, how many options? IP address. Okay, IP address lookup URL, IPv6 address, IPv6 default gateway. So right now I have to go with the IP address only because this is about IPv4. IP address done. What are the IP address now? 10.20.20.160. Net mask. What are the subnet value? The subnet mask I'm using /24. Then default gateway. What are the default gateway? 10.20.20.15 you have to use. You can use anything. Right now I'm using .15 itself. That's it. After that, you have to define DNS setting. Okay. DNS setting. DNS server I'm talking about. Define here primary DNS. DNS setting server primary. Okay, and then what is my DNS server, guys? What are the DNS server we are using? DNS server we are using there as a dot with the pin 167. What are the DNS IP we are using? 167. Okay, I'm on Palo Alto. I have defined one IP which is about 160. Default gateway I have defined .15 only, and this is the DNS I'm defining. So now, what are the DNS? DNS is 10.20.20.167. Just enter and use the command commit to save the configuration. I have defined nothing. This is very simple command to assign the management IP on the Palo Alto. The command is set device config system. System means here about management IP. It's about management interface. Okay. First of all, IP address I'm defining. IP address. What are the address here? 10.20.20.160. After that, net mask. And what is the net mask? That is 255.255.255.0. After that, we have to define default gateway. Default gateway. What is that? 10.20.20.50. After that, I'm defining here DNS settings. And in DNS settings, so many options we have, but right now I'm going to use about server. And what is the server? Primary. And what is the primary server? The primary server is 10.20.20.160. We have option for secondary also if you want to use it, secondary, and that could be anything, any backup over there. In case if your main ID server is not working, then it will shift on the another one. So that is about one. So right now I'm not using, I have used the command F2 here. So means within a single command, how many things I have configured? I have configured first IP address within single command. We can define it with different commands also. Second is about net mask. The third thing about default gateway. Now the next thing is about default gateway, and then about IP address, net mask, default, and DNS. Sorry. So these things we have configured within a same command. Okay. How many commands did I use? I use only one command. Okay, but I can use 4 different commands also. Okay, command 1, 2, 3, 4 also. That also I'll show you how to use it, but right now keep your focus on the first command. So right now after that you have to use commit. Commit means here to save. Now the check here, show interface, management, come back, site full access. Now use here show interface management. Enter. Can you see? I have assigned the IP, guys. This is very important here. See, we have assigned the IP, and right now 192. Still it's showing what? 192.168.0.17. I have assigned the IP which is 10.20.20.160 over there. Okay, I had defined net mask. Okay, can you see still the previous gateway is there, previous IP is there, net mask is okay. So still all these things are there. I'm okay. So where is our IP which we have assigned? Guys, that is not configured yet here. What is the reason for that? The reason is, see, the reason is, you can see here, come back, this one. What is the mentioned here? Keep Palo Alto VM is by default configured to receive IP address from the DHCP for the management interface. Keep by default, this is configured as a DHCP. So it means right now on the Palo Alto interface, what is configured on the Palo Alto interface, still DHCP is configured. Okay. So, and what we are doing, we are trying to assign the IP with the help of static, but DHCP is enabled. So this is the reason why we are not able to assign the IP. So what is the solution? The solution is first delete DHCP client. Okay, or delete for DHCP client from management interface. Or you can say the same line as a like, you first disable DHCP feature on management interface. These things. Okay, so same thing. So what is the command for that? So we have to delete it now, go back, or you can say we have to disable it. Go with the same configure. The command is delete device config system type DHCP client. Just enter. Enter. Commit. First you have to delete it. The feature we have disabled. Okay. Okay, that's done. Now show interface. Sorry. Come back again. Show interface management. We can see what is the IP now. Clear? What is the IP? That is 10.20.20.160. And what is the default gateway? 10.20.20.15 is the gateway. What is the net mask? This is the net mask. Clear? So these things we have defined, and this is done. So IP address on the management interface of the Palo Alto, we are done with that for this time being now. Okay. So the same thing we have to do with the second Palo Alto as well. We have the one more Palo Alto, which is about 160. Let me define here. Admin is the username, as you know, and again admin is the password. Show interface management. Can you see the IP is .55? What are the IP? .55. 192.168.0.55. So same now, we have to configure manual here. Manual IP I need. Configure. Delete. First of all, we have to delete it. Device configure. System type DHCP. Delete it. Commit. Now let me define the new one. Set device configure. System IP address. What are the IP address? 10.20.20.161. Net mask 255.255.255.0. This is about the what? This is about the net mask. Default gateway 10.20.20.15 is the gateway. Okay, and then DNS setting server primary. What is the primary server? Same server we are using, that is 167. Because can you see, server will remain same only, obviously. The server is same, which is about 167. Enter. Enter and then commit it again. Let it be done. Done. And show interface, sorry, show management, sorry, not here. Let me come back. Show interface management. Can you see 161? 10.20.20.161 and default gateway is 10.20.20.15. So we have assigned the IP address on the management interface. Clear? So that command is done. So on both the devices, okay, on both the Palo Altos, we have assigned the IP Palo Alto 116 and Palo Alto 161. So the first task for the day, which was about the assignments of the IP address on the Palo Altos, that we are done. So anyone, if you have guys, if you have any questions, if you have any doubt, so you can ask me. Any questions, any doubt up to now, because we have just assigned the IP address, that's it. In this PPT, all these basic informations are mentioned here. After that, all the commands are there, how to assign, okay, configure. Then this is the command which I was using right now, commit, exit. So this is the management interface IP. Yes, guys, anyone, any questions, any doubt, guys, up to now? This was very easy, okay, it's not complicated. Now the thing is, we are coming with this portion here now. Key see, IP addresses, so we have assigned. Now one thing is there in my mind, that is key, I have to access this Palo Alto from my admin PC. From my admin PC, I have to access the question. Okay, then okay, that's it. No problem, we can access it. So it means I need the reachability between these two devices. One is about admin PC and second is about Palo Alto. So let me start my admin PC also. Where's my admin PC? Admin PC for Palo Alto. This is admin PC here. Let me start it. Let me start inside router also. Inside in router Palo Alto and inside PC. This is about FTD. Outside router. Then about this is inside. This is about outside. And then DMZ router also for the Palo Alto. I need 3 routers. Routers are ready. This one, and then this one. All the 3 routers started. I have started all the routers because it will be required, because today we have to assign IP addresses and all these routers. That is done. This is also, I think this is also started. Admin PC started. Let me log in into that. Find @123. Okay. So if I'm coming with the according to lab topology, this is what are the admin PC IP? Admin PC IP is 165. So this is the admin PC here. Okay, so this IP we have to assign as a .165. So this is my admin PC. So let me assign the IP here. Okay. I hope you know how to assign IP address on any PCs and all. So this is go here. Go to the click on this one. Go to the change adapter and settings, and let me open it. V4 and IP address is about manual IP. The IP is 10.20.20.165, 255.255.255.0, 10.20.20. Gateway define. What is the gateway, guys? See what is the gateway here now? From this admin PC. What is the gateway? Gateway is this one. So gateway I have to assign as a .160. Okay, this is about .160. So let me go back and let me assign the gateway as a .160. What is my DNS server? DNS server is 10.20.20.167. We have to use it. Okay, that is it. Okay, so let me see the IP here. What are the IPs? 10.20.20.165. That is assigned. Open the command prompt. And check it here also. ipconfig is the command to check the IP address. 10.20.20.165. Can you see? These are the. So now I have configured my gateway as a .160. So first of all, let me try to ping with a self an IC card with a self ping, means self IP 20.165. This is my IP only. Enter it. I'm able to ping. Self ping isn't going on. This is happening. There is no issue with that. Let me try to ping with 160, which is my FTD. Oh, what happened? Not to ping. Not able to ping there. Okay. See, what are the things? The thing is, if from self ping I'm able to do this thing, but from here to here, I'm not able to ping right now. Listen it guys here very carefully. Okay. So this is this ping is not happening. From where to where? From here to here. Yesterday we have discussed key actually virtually I'm using one physical switch. One virtual switch is there, but we have to divide into four different switches there. Okay. So this is the one of the switch here. Okay. And here I'm going to use VLAN, management VLAN. And what are the VLAN is that? That is VM network. If you remember yesterday class, okay. So you can see we have defined all these things there. Okay. This is VM network management we have to use, and all these devices we have to assign into the same VLAN. Then about inside, outside, and DMZ we have discussed yesterday. So right now, what is the problem we are getting? The problem is actually, can you see from admin PC, I'm not able to ping. From admin PC, I'm not able to ping whether this interface. Okay, this interface and this interface. So you can say interface number 3 and interface number 11. This communication is not happening. So it means this admin PC and this Palo Alto management interface is the part of the some other VLAN. That is a part of some another VLAN. So what we have to do, if both the devices we have to keep in a single VLAN. So it means this interface and this interface we have to keep in a same VLAN. And what is the VLAN I'm going to use? I'm going to use VM network. This is the VLAN which I have to use it. So the first thing is now what I have to do to make the communications between these two devices, between my admin PC and between my Palo Alto management interface I'm talking about. I'm not talking about these interfaces, guys. That is the we have to deal with some different VLANs that we will do later, not now. Now the main thing is these two interfaces should be the part of the same VLAN. Okay, and what is the VLAN? VLAN is VM network, and this is by default VLAN. Okay, so let's assign both the devices into the same VLAN. How to assign on ESXi server? See, on Eve you can do it easily, that is not an issue. But if I'm coming with ESXi, so this is not like that way. The thing is, go to admin PC, right click here. On the top, go to the top and right click here. Go to the settings and see here. Which is the interface? Network adapter. This is the NIC card. This is VLAN, guys. Right now, network adapter. It means right now, this device, this interface is part of some another VLAN. And what is the name of that VLAN? CCNA VLAN something is there. So now what you have to do, go back there. Okay, this is here. Change this VLAN. Click on the adapter. Come on the right side. Click here, and now find out your VM network. These are so many VLANs is already there. VM network you have to use. These remaining VLANs is created by me only in some previous batches. That's why it's here. But by default, only one VLAN will be there, and that VLAN is known as VM network. This is here on. We have to create some VLANs for our Palo Alto batch also. That I'll show you how to create the VLAN on the ESXi on virtual switch. But right now I'm not creating it. I'm using existing one only because VM network is the by default. So now how to use? Just click on the VM network. This is here, and now can you see VM network? VM network here, and make it open. So means admin PC is the part of my VM network. Go with the Palo Alto now. Check on Palo Alto also. Already part of the this VLAN. No problem. Just what you have to do now, go back there and try to ping, because that is already part of the same VLAN. And now try to ping with 160. I'm able to ping. I'm able to ping with my 160. 160 is my Palo Alto number 1. Means Palo Alto 1 there. And check with 161, which is my second Palo Alto. With that also I'm able to ping, because second Palo Alto also is the part of your another VLAN. Okay, so let me, on the part of the same VLAN, let me come back here. Palo Alto 160, this is the 160 here. Can you see already part of the VM network? And on second Palo Alto, which is 161, check it, interface is already part of the VM network. And my admin PC, that interface is, we have assigned it, and that is in the VM network. So now it's working. That's it. Clear? So that's why we are able to ping. Now everything is done. So now what you have to do, just open your Chrome here. No, sorry, this one. And use here HTTPS or about 10.20.20.60 IP of Palo Alto, browse it and just enter. Open one more, HTTP. That was HTTPS. This is about HTTP. 10.20.20.60 now. This is HTTP. Wait. Wait, it should work. HTTPS, and this is here again HTTP 10.20.20. Not 60, sorry guys, I'm using wrong IP. That is a 160 actually. Wrong IP I'm using, that's why. You can see here also I'm using the wrong IP. It should be 160 there. HTTPS 10.20.20.160. Why it's not working? This is Palo Alto we are doing, yeah, that's it. HTTPS we have to do, correct? Let me close it. Actually, this is the maybe could be problem with HT. What happened? Yeah, 160 only, yeah. 1 second. HTTPS 10.20.20.160. But we are able to ping from. This is we are on admin PC, na? Yeah. IP config. Yes, we are okay with that. Then with 10.20.20.160. We are able to ping. It should work. Okay, no problem. Disable IPv6. Okay. Disable this interface once and enable it again. 160. 61. Okay. Let me open the browser again. HTTPS 10.20.20.160. Okay. HTTP 10.20.20.160. Okay, if it's not working here, no problem. Okay. This is one more one of my PC guys. Okay, ping with 10.20.20.1. We are able to ping and try to open here HTTP S, that is about 10.20.20.160. That was some browser issue. That's why it was showing error there. Palo Alto. This is the 60, okay, and this is HTTPS 161. Second firewall. Click on advanced and then proceed to 10.20.20.60. Both the firewalls are started. That is the some browser issue. Okay, so we don't have Google Chrome on that, no problem. Okay, so we will upload the Google Chrome on that. Okay, so right now this is the things we are able to access it. Okay, so we will upload the Google Chrome and all. I'll show you how to upload it. We have to take the RDP session. What is the IP here? The IP we are using 165. So let me enable the remote session here. Allow remote access to your computer. Allow it. This is okay. And now come with the base PC. And this is about to go with RDP here. Sorry. The remote desktop section. 10.20.20.160. Not 160 because my PC IP is .65. 160 is my Palo Alto. 165 is my PC. Username. This is admin we are using, and password is panda@123. This is like that PC here. Close on the tab. I think I have Google Chrome here. Let me find out on my base PC. Go to downloads. Firefox is there. Google Chrome is there. Let me copy and let me paste it here. That is okay. And let me paste one putty as well from here. Okay, 1 second. These are the basic software which is required there. Download putty. For the 64-bit. Download it. Let me copy from here. And let me paste on my RDP session. That's done. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is here. Now install all these softwares. Are you getting now what I'm doing actually? From my base PC, from my NH PC, I just took the remote RDP house. I hope guys are getting all these things. By TV setup, no TV setup, sorry. What I have done, see guys, this is my admin PC. IP is what? .165. What I have done, this is my PC here guys. What are the IP I'm using? From same network I'm using the IP. So from where to where I have done this thing? From this PC, I took the RDP session from this PC, okay? This PC, I just took the RDP session. It's like this way. It's data 201 from the same network. Data comes in like this way. It's like this way, and then it goes to the this way over here. So now took the RDP session of this particular device. That's it. Okay, and from here, from this PC, I have uploaded what? I have uploaded Google Chrome, I have uploaded Firefox, and I have uploaded PuTTY on that. And from the same PC, I can access my Palo Alto as well, which is about 160 and 161. Because this PC also you can consider as a admin PC, because this is the base PC, candidate PC, or you can say NH PC, or you can say this is also known as admin PC. Got it? From here to here only. Connecting to internet. Okay, here we need internet. Cancel installations. Okay, Firefox. Let me install Firefox if it will work. Without internet, Google Chrome won't be installed. No problem. We will bring internet here as well. Okay. So this is admin PC. Let it be installed. Will take some time, guys. Okay. Or otherwise, today I will install Google Chrome also here. So tomorrow onwards, I can access my Palo Alto from the admin PC. Don't be confused. Okay. because I can access my Palo Alto from this PC also, which is about your NHPC here. Okay, or I can use from here also, which is my admin PC. Both the things are possible. Okay. So let it be installed, will take some time. Let me close that RDP session because this is not required. That's done. So we are done here. Minimize it. My both the Palo Altos are ready. This is my base PC guys. This is my NHPC, and from here I'm going to access. Right now I'm not going to log in into that. We will log in later, not now. Guys, up to now, any questions, any doubt, anyone? Yes, guys, any questions, any doubt? Okay. Now the thing is, key for the right for the now. Okay. If I'm coming back now, so for the time being, you can see here, guys. Right now, from this PC, I have reachability with this one. I have reachability with my this Palo Alto, and I have one more Palo Alto, which is I'm going to use as a backup. I have reachability with this one. So these things we have done. IP addresses we have assigned. These IP addresses we will like configure tomorrow, not today. Okay, that is a totally separate thing. Not now, even day after tomorrow. Now I left all these things here only now, and now I'm coming back with my DNS server, because now I have to configure my DNS server as a Active Directory or as a I have to configure DNS server. Okay, so these two services, okay, I have to enable on my AD server. So guys, should I start it or do you have any questions? I hope everything is clear. Okay, so now let's go with your DNS services. What are the DNS IP I have to assign? 167. IP I have to assign .167. What is the network? This is the network. So let's start it. So where is the 2016 Palo Alto server? This is the Palo Alto server here, guys. Okay. Now this. So two services I have to enable, guys. AD server, DNS, and Active Directory. These are the two different services which I have to configure, or you can say we have to install on 2016 server. 2016 server is what? Actually, 2016 server is type of a container which contains a lot of services into that. 2006 we have from Microsoft. There's a different servers there. 2008, 2012, 2016, and then 2019 is also there. Okay, so this is 2008, this is 2012, 16, and 19. These are the things there. We are using what? We are using 2016. It's in a container, and into this one, so many services are there. What type of services? Like about DNS, Active Directory, LDAP, CS server, you can use it. Means these servers, you can use it as a DNS server, as a Active Directory. Okay, I can use as a LDAP server. I can use as a DHCP server. I can use it as a CA server. So many services I can use it for the storage. Okay, so like that, so many type of services are there which is we can use or we can perform on these services. So right now, which services are required? Right now, DNS and AD is required according to our lab. So these are the services are there, but manually we have to install it. So now I'm going to install these two services on my AD server. Let's do it. This is the server manager here, guys. This is the server manager. Now, go to the dashboard. You can see in the dashboard, there is a one service is by default present or by default installed. And what is it that? That is file storage and the services. So right now you can say roles and group. How many things are there? One is a file and storage services mentioned here. Second is local server, and third is all servers. All server means how many servers or how many services we have installed on that. So right now nothing is installed. So what we have to do, we have to install all these services, guys. And right now I'm going to install two services. Before installing anything, I just want to show you how many services like it's showing here. One service and local information of server and all server, three things. But once I'll install DNS, it will show you here one DNS here, and plus it will show you here Active Directory. Two more things it will show you here. Okay, so let's start the installation. So for the installations, okay, of this thing, now what are the command, how to start, add role and features. Click on this one. Click on next. Click on next. Next you have to do. Then next. These are the services, guys, which we is present on the 2016 server here. Active Directory certificate services, domain services, federation services, lightweight directory services, right management services, device health, DHCP server, DNS server, fax server, file and storage. This is already installed. Can you see? Out of all these services, only one service is installed, which is predefined, pre-installed, you can see. And what is that? File and storage services. I'm talking about file and storage, this service. Can you see? Pre-installed service. Okay, so go back again. Next, next, next. How many services do I need? Right now I need Active Directory. The second one, add the features, Active Directory domain service. And next is about I need DNS server. So these are the two services which I have to install. Service number 1, service number 2 here. That's it. Click on next, then click on next, click on next, next. Restart the destination server means I have to restart my this server once installation will be done. Click on this one, and after that click on install, and now installation started. So the two services, can you see here, two services, AD and DNS server. Those two services will be installed here, guys. Just wait and watch. Will take 2 to 3 minutes, and all these things will be installed. One domain name now I have to register here. And what are the domain name? The domain name I'm going to use here, cisco.com. This is the domain name which I'm going to register here. You can use your name as well. You can define amit.com. You can define abc.com. Anything you can define here. Okay, xxxx.com over there. Anything you can define it over. It's totally up to you. I'm going to use here cisco.com because I have mentioned here that I'm going to define the domain name as a cisco.com. Okay, so let it be installed here. So if you have any questions, if you have any doubt, so guys, you can ask me side by side. Okay, because it will take at least 1 or 2 minutes. This is done here, guys. Okay, once it will be done, can you see one pop-up here? Okay, one more window came here. That is about prompt this server to the domain controller. So means now I have to define, or I have to configure my domain name. Click on this one. Once you will click here, one more deployment configuration came here, and now add a forest here. And what is my forest? The forest I'm going to use here, cisco.com. This is the domain name. Forest name means domain name. Then click on next. Define here password. The password, the same password which we are using for this one, panda@123, and panda@123 password I'm gonna use. Next, next. Just now next you have to click, nothing else. This is key on 2016 server. We are installing AD services, Active Directory services we are installing, and DNS services we are installing here. Click on next. Click on next. Next. And install it. Can you see Active Directory domain service configuration wizard here? Okay, so let it be installed. Let it be installed, guys. Just wait and watch. Can you see creating all automatically? It's creating all the configurations here. Setting the computer DNS computer name, root to the cisco.com means root server and all. Automatically all these things are happening now. You don't have to do anything. In 2008 server, we have to do it manually, but here everything is happening automatically. Then you are about to sign out because it will now go for the restart here. So close it and close this one also. It will ask you for the one, close it, restart, and now automatically restarted. Wait and watch. Guys, wait and watch, will take some time. So this is 2016 server. The server will be ready here now because now services are installed. After that, we have to configure all these domain names. Okay, 4 domain names we have to configure. Once domain will be configured, so everything from here, we have to try to ping all these things there. Okay, because again, this server also we have to keep into the same domain over there. Okay, so not domain, sorry, same VLAN actually, because all these devices should be part of the same VLAN. So after that, we have to configure inside router, then we will configure outside router, then we will configure DMZ router. What we have to configure on these routers, we will discuss later. Let me finish that part only. Okay, we'll take time. Let me write down here. What we have to configure, first of all, we have to configure telnet. Then we have to configure SSH. We have to configure HTTP service. We have to configure HTTPS service here. Or yeah, these services we have to configure telnet, SSH, okay, HTTP is okay, and DNS not required. No, that's it. Only these 4 services we have to install on or configure on these devices. So this is here now. So after that, I have to configure here also on this one. Okay, this is I have to use here, and then same I have to configure on what this particular server also. These services. Okay, guys. So these are the things. Just wait and watch. Still, let's getting restarted. Just wait. After that, we have to configure inside router, outside router, DMZ router. All these routers we have to configure. Up to that time, we will do one thing side by side. Maybe it will take time, no issue. On the other devices, we will assign the IP addresses. Okay. So where is the other devices? Where is my inside router? Inside router, Palo Alto, inside router. Where is that? Inside router Palo Alto. Okay. Now this is here now. Let me assign the IP address on this one. We will assign the IP address. Okay, at least we can, because why we're wasting the time now. Okay. So inside router and inside router plus my outside router of Palo Alto. This is Palo Alto device here. And now let me use DMZ also, DMZ router Palo Alto. So at least we will configure the IP address. Let me check with my 2016 server. Okay, we will do that thing later. We will come back here. Now send control plus alt plus delete. Okay, administrator, the password is panda@123. Now it will show you here DNS and Active Directory. 2 things it will show you. Can you see now? AD is also there, Active Directory here, AD, and now DNS. Before that, here only 3 things was there. Okay, 3 things. Okay, but now how many things are there? 2 more things: Active Directory and DNS. 2 things. This is Active Directory to configure your any type of username and password, and this is about for the DNS. So now the first thing is After the server says, the next thing is that we have to assign IP address. Right now, what are the IP we are getting? 169, which is from APIPA. So I have to assign here one IP, and that is about 167. Because according to the lab concept, what are the IP should be here? The IP should be 167 here. So let me configure the IP. How to configure the IP? Same concept, just go to the adapter, open network settings, change adapter. Cisco.com, if you are getting here, so it means up to now, whatever the configuration you have done, everything is correct here. IPv4, assign IP manually here, manually. That is about 10.20.20.167. Sorry, this is 167. 255.255.255.0. Gateway 10.20.20.160. 160 is my FTD. DNS server, because I am the DNS server only, so I'm going to use my self IP 67. That's it. Make it okay, close it, and close it. Disable once, and now enable it again. Let it be identified. Cisco.com, details 20.167. Good. Close all these things. Still IP 167 here. Just close it and open Server Manager. Server Manager here. This application. And now let it be open. What is the IP? 10.20.20.167. Is that clear? So this is 10.20.20.167 here. We are done with that. After that, right click here. Now we have to configure. What we have to configure? We have to configure all these domain names. Okay, because AD1, this 167, this we have configured already. That is not required. Now these domain names we have to configure. Let's start it. 20.20.167, right click and go with DNS manager. Okay, I'm repeating it again. Right click here and then go with DNS manager. DNS manager, click on this one here, Windows, go with the forward lookup, zones over here, double click on that, and then go with cisco.com, because cisco.com is the domain name which is configured by me only. Double click on that and now it will be open. So come on the right side here, click on the white space as a right click and then add a new host here. New host is my first host actually, PA1. If you remember, Palo Alto 1, what is the fully qualified domain name now, FQDON? That is Palo Alto 1.cisco.com. IP address is 10.20.20.160 because this is IP of my Palo Alto. Add the host. Host is ready. Let me go with the second one, Palo Alto 2. What is the IP here? That is 10.20.20.161 here. 161. Add the host. Done. Go with the third one. That is what? That is one of the NTP server I'm using. ntp.cisco.com. What is the IP? 10.20.20.166, I think. What is the IP of the NTP server? 166. ntp.cisco.com. 166 IP, NTP. That's good. And at itself IP also, this one also dns.cisco.com. What is the IP? 10.20.20.167. So 4 domain names I have registered now. You can see 4 domain names: PA1, PA2, NTP, DNS, and these are their IPs: 160, 161, 166, 167. Done with that. Assign the VLAN as well. Go to the 2016 server and check it in which VLAN this is there, because it should be the part of VM network. It's CCIE VLAN. Go with the VM network. Click on OK. And now I have changed the VLAN. Open the command prompt here. ipconfig First of all, my IP only. This is mine IP. 10.20.20.167. Try to ping with 10.20.20.160, which is my FTP. Wow, good. I'm able to ping. Try to ping with dot 161. Nice. I'm able to ping. I'm able to ping my both the firewalls. Okay. Now ping with their domain name, not with IP. And what is the domain name? PA1.cisco.com. I'm able to ping. I'm getting the reply from where? Can you see I'm getting the reply from? I have used the domain name here, pa.cisco.com, which means Palo Alto 1. And I'm getting the reply from where? 10.20.20.160. That's good. Try to ping with PA1, not 1, 2.cisco.com. That's good. I'm able to ping. Very good. Go to your admin PC once. Where is the admin PC? It's not here. Okay. Go to the admin PC once. Where is the admin PC? Admin PC, Palo Alto. This is the admin PC. Okay, so because of internet, I'll install it, guys, everything today on this one. Okay. Now, otherwise we can use base PC also, as if with that only. Now go to the command prompt and now try to ping with my Palo Alto 10.20.20.160. I'm able to ping with my IP. Now ping with your domain name also. I'm able to ping. Palo Alto 2.cisco.com. I'm able to ping. Good. So means right now my DNS server is also working. So right now what I have done, I have just pinged from where to where. I have pinged to this DNS, but with the help of domain name. So what happened on that time? First of all, DNS request generated from here. It went to this DNS server. Then its reply came back. This was a query. This was a DNS query. And this was DNS reply. So once the DNS reply came, after that, no request now packet came to this one. Okay, so this is what DNS console. So means I'm using my own DNS in my this management network, and this is my DNS server. So DNS server configured, this is configured, this IP is configured, NTP we have to configure, that we will add later. After 1 week we will add the NTP actually into the scenarios, not now. So we will configure on that time only. So right now this management network is ready, guys. I'm able to ping here to here. I'm able to ping to this one. I'm able to ping behalf of IPs. I'm able to ping behalf of the domain name as well. My domain name resolution is happening. Query is going to the DNS. I'm getting the reply, and after that I'm able to ping this one. So now my management network is. If you have any doubt, if you have any questions, so please ask me. Yes, guys, are you there or not? Any questions? Any doubt? Good morning, guys. Are you there now? Good. No. So this management network is done. Now we will come back. Okay, and what we have to do, we have to configure these 3 routers. Okay, so first of all, I'll configure this router, and then I'll configure this particular PC as well. Means I have to assign the IP, normal IP. What are the IP? From 50 network, 10.50.50.125 and 50.1 here. And we have to enable telnet, SSH, HTTP, HTTPS. 4 services we have to enable. Let's start it. Go with inside router first of all. Show interface IP brief. Sorry. Show IP interface brief here. Sorry. Show IP interface brief. Now, how many IPs do we have here? We have IPs here. These, how many interfaces we have? 0, Z1, Z2. Guys, remember one thing for ESXi server. If you are using any ESXi server, and on that if you are installing any Cisco router, so you have to make sure one thing, or you have to keep one thing in your mind. The first interface you can't use as a data interface. The first interface is always reserved for the management interfaces. management network. So don't use your Z0 interface. Always start from configuration on ESXi only. I'm not talking about on Eve or on PNet Lab or something. I'm discussing about here about ESXi server only. You have to use only Z1 interface, not 0. Forget about this thing. Okay, don't use your first interface because first interface is always about management. Okay, start the IP from here. So now let's start the IP on this one. Interface Z1, IP address 10.50.50.125 255.255.255.0 no shut access. Do show IP interface briefly. 10.50.50.125. Can you see 10.50.50.125? Yes, manual status up, protocol up. For the two interfaces Z002, I'm gonna shut down. Let me make them shut down. Interface Z0, make it shut down manually. Interface G2 and make it shut. Do show IP. Do show IP interface. Both are administratively down. That's it. Only one interface is up, which is about mine only, which is about 150.25 G1 interface. Let me configure the username here. Username, I'm going to use here Cisco, privilege level 15, password Cisco. That's done. Line VTY 0 to 4, login local, sorry. Line VTY 0 to 4, login local. What is happening? Line VTY 0 to 4, login local, transport, input all, means I have enabled telnet and SSH on this interface. Come back. Changes host name. Host name is about inside router. Inside router. Okay. Let me define one domain name because now SSH I have to define. Domain name as a cisco.com. Crypto key. Now let me enable it. Let crypto key generate RSA modulus 102. Modulus 1024 enabled here. This is SSH is enabled here. Can you see we got a message SSH has been enabled. Let me enable HTTP service also, IP HTTP server over here. Now IP HTTP, not HTTP, HTTP I think. HTTP, one second. HTTP secure server. Secure server. This is about HTTPS. Both the services enabled. Let me assign authentication for that. IP HTTP authentication local. That's right now. So I have enabled all the services. I have enabled here. How many things I have enabled here? I have enabled here telnet, SSH, HTTP or HTTPS. 4 services I have enabled. Guys, any doubt, any questions? I am considering you here that you have completed your at least CCNA routing switching. And if you have completed your CCNA routing switching, so it means you are aware about all these things. Clear? That's good. This is about inside router only. We have inside PC also. Let me open the inside PC also here. Inside PC, FTD. This is inside PC, Palo Alto. Test PC in Palo Alto. Test PC we are using it. Let me power on. Up to that time, let me go with the outside router also. What are the outside router IP? Dot I'm using. 100 should I use or I should use some other? 100 I'll use it. No issue. So let me install. Let me configure the outside here. The host name outside router. Okay. IP domain name cisco.com. Okay. Crypto key generate RSC modulus 102 1024. SSH enable. That's good. Do show IP interface brief. We have three interfaces G0, 1, 2. Don't use 0 or 1. Make them shut down. 0, Z2. Make it as a shutdown. Go with interface G1. Assign the IP address as a 100.1.1.125. That's done. Make it no shut. Come back. Do show IP interface brief. Yes, guys. IP address is done. Line VTY 0 to 4. Login local. Transport input all. That is done. After that, HTTP server, not HTTP, IP HTTP. IP HTTP server. Okay. IP HTTP secure server. This is about HTTPS. IP HTTP authentication local here. Username Cisco, privilege level 15, password Cisco. Everything is show then section HTTP. You can see both the services are enabled and authentication also enabled. HTTP server, HTTPS server, and this is authentication. Everything is working fine. Let me go with the one last router, which is about DMZ router. What is the IP? Network 70. That's good. Now, host name is about DMZ router. Okay, and now interface Z0, make it shut down. Interface Z2, make it shut down. Interface Z1, IP address about 10.70.70.125/24 is there. Make it no shut. Come back. Do show IP interface brief. IP address is done. Username Cisco, privilege level 15, password Cisco. Line VTY 0 to 4. Login local. Transport input all. IP domain name cisco.com. Okay. Crypto key generate RSA modulus 1024. Excuse me. Okay, so this is enabled here. Now, so HTTP service is done, HTTP is done, everything is done almost. No, HTTP is not yet done. Show, sorry, do show run section HTTP. Check it. No, it's not done. IP HTTP server, HTTP secure server. Now then, show run section. Everything is show run SSH. Show SSH. Okay, SSH is also we have enabled. Show SSH version. Good. That is all. So, right. Configuration done. My inside router configured, outside router is configured, and DMZ router is configured. All the services are configured. This is configured. This is configured. Router ready. This is ready. This is ready. Now come back to the test PC here. Assign the IP 10.50.50.1 onto this one, and then from here you have to try to ping with this one. From this PC, you have to try to ping with this one. Both the devices should be part of the which VLAN? Inside this VLAN. So now I need 3 VLANs here, guys. So first of all, I will assign the IP on this one, and after that we will create the 3 new VLANs. So let me go back to the test PC here. Where is the test PC? Test PC here. So let me assign the IP here also. @123. Go with properties here. Go with IPv4 10.20. Oh, sorry, not 20. IP should be 50.50.1/24. That's good. Default gateway 10.20. Sorry, not 20. What is the default gateway? 50.160. Who's my DNS? 10.20.20.167 is the default gateway I'm gonna use. Hit OK. Close. Close. Check the IP. IP is done. Okay. So coming back with lab here, this one. Now you can see we have configured this one. We have configured this one. Configured this one. Configured this one. Configured this server. Configured this outside server. Configured this interface. Okay. Properly reachability we have within this concept. Within the management, we have proper reachability. Now we have to play with this one. We have to play with this part, and we have to play with this part. After that, we have to configure Palo Alto. So now next thing is we have to create the 3 VLANs. Then this router, and this interface, I have to put into this VLAN. Then this interface, this one, I have to put into this VLAN, and this interface I have to put into this VLAN. So these 3 more VLANs now I have to create on my virtual switch. That thing we will do tomorrow, guys, not today. So I'm done for the day. If you have any questions, if you have any doubts, so you can ask. So those things we will do tomorrow. So today we are done with this concept. Tomorrow about this one, and this one. And then we have to start with the configuration of Palo Alto. Palo Alto basics configurations. How to configure DNS, basic setup wizard, okay? Different roles we have to create. So all those type of things we will configure on this one. That we will do tomorrow. And day after tomorrow, we will start the configuration of on these interfaces. So first of all, we have to deal with the intrazone concept, intrazone. Then we have to create the policies, one zone to the another zone. Then interzone communication will be started. So guys, if you have any questions, if you have any doubts, so you can ask me. Otherwise, see you tomorrow, the same time. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a nice day. Clear? Good, guys. And see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.